Yo, what is good, everybody, my homies? How are you all? Oh, what is this? This isn't a banger. Here we go. This is a banger. What's good, everybody? How are you all doing? Yes, yes. Today, we are going to talk about the Kingdom Hearts tier list. Some of the... No, well, I don't know if I'll say that, but they are definitely 2 games in the series that I have played. What's good, Adam? What's good, Caleb? How are you guys doing? 358 days over a road trip. This is the definitely more emotional road trip than I would have liked. Yes, sir. Yeah, I actually have quite a few things to say about both of these games. I think I'm pretty sure I have more to say about Birth by Sleep, but that's because it made me think more things. And yo, what's good, Howard? What's good? You doing good, my guy? Are you ready to hear about the Kingdom Hearts tier list and maybe lore that you didn't know existed? Yo, unrelated, Sonic CD might have one of the most underrated Sonic soundtracks, because I never hear anybody talk about it, but it's actually really, really good. Like, most of the songs are kind of banging. So yeah, if you haven't done so, listen to the Sonic CD soundtrack. It's honestly surprisingly good, to be honest. 358 Days Over 2 is the best, worst game I never want to play again. I wish I only saw the cutscenes. I mean, you can just experience the cutscenes in what is it? It's the 2.5 remake? Or is it the 3.5 remake? Or the 2. No, it should be in the 2.5 remake, where you can watch just the cutscenes. Or maybe that's in the 1. No, it has to be. It has to be in the 2.5. I can't erase the memories of playing it. Well, that is true. You can't erase the memories, but I don't. Come on, they were not awful memories. Oh my god, I actually have to remember the gameplay of this. No, there was nothing that bad in the game. I don't think. Hey yo! Thank you so much for the resub, Sydney. Hey, what's good? Yo, I appreciate you. Yo, we keeping those subs alive, baby. All right, so let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and get the homie on. Okay, there we go.
Hello?
Hello, Kennedy.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Stop yelling. I'm just joking.
What? No.
What? Yes, Kennedy, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Are you? Oh man, this is about to be another banger of a stream. Also, I think I said it last week, but I definitely didn't say it again. But I'm only streaming till 8 on Mondays now. So
okay, so we're only going for an hour?
What?
Oh, wait, no. No, 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm on the East Coast right now, so I'm like, it's 7 o'clock. No, okay, all right. So we got to wrap this up in about 2 hours. So we got about 1 hour per game.
Yeah, easy.
Or less. Yeah, I think we can do that. We got past Kingdom Hearts 2. I think we can do that. All right. So do you want to?
I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. I can't get my life together. My whole stream is messed up right now.
I get that. I get that 100%. Don't even begin to worry about it. It's same, really.
What? Why is it like this? What? Okay, wait. What if I? Wait, is it this one? Uh. Okay, we'll do this one maybe. Ah, okay. There we go. There we go. All right, we figured. Hey, no, this was not. This was not CP9 Boomer. Okay. All right, it was just not working. Man, whatever. All right, it's time. Kennedy, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling exhausted, but I'm here.
Exhausted? What could exhaust you on Kingdom Hearts tier list day?
You know, you're right. I
Yeah.
suddenly I feel, you know what? You know what I need? Give me 2 seconds. I need to charge my batteries, and of course, you know what that means in Kennedy's case. That means I'm about to take a big
Get a
old
bottle
sip
of
of Diet
ketchup.
Coke. Well, maybe later, but yeah, just
No, I know.
I need a big old sip of Diet Coke. Give me 2 seconds. I'll do
Got
this
you.
away. I'll do this away from the microphone.
Nah, you need to ASMR it. Yes, Kennedy. Yes, drink it right into the mic.
All right.
Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Today's games: Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2 and Birth by Sleep. These were the
Kingdom Hearts games ever.
Yes, these were the games that people were like, wait, what's going on with Kingdom Hearts? These are the games that people probably, that a lot of non-Super Kingdom Hearts fans don't even know exist. They know is that there are a lot of spin-offs, but they couldn't name them, and they'd be like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, so for context for the rest of you, you know, Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in like what, 2006? Something like that?
Yes.
Sorry. So Kingdom Hearts 1 came out in like what? 102. And then Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in like 2006.
Mhm.
And then of course Kingdom Hearts 2, you know, like we said last week, it did a solid enough job at wrapping this series up, and they could have ended it right there if they wanted to.
Yep.
It was just open-ended enough that there was some room for a sequel, which they obviously they had an inch and took a mile. But the point I'm getting at here is that you know, this is the point where, you know, people are starting to wonder, you know, we haven't heard anything about Kingdom Hearts 3, so are we getting a Kingdom Hearts 3? They are very clearly interested in making more Kingdom Hearts games, as evidenced by, you know, the ones that are coming out. So why do we have these and not Kingdom Hearts 3? Why haven't we even so much as heard like an announcement of Kingdom Hearts 3? This is where Kingdom Hearts starts taking a turn for the convoluted, and a lot of people just start checking out of the series, and they're just like, I'll just wait till Kingdom Hearts 3. Little do they know they're gonna be they're gonna be waiting a long ass time. They're gonna be
Wait a
waiting for
minute.
a moment. Yeah, their patience is gonna be put to the test. I remember being like at the like, this is also incidentally when I'm, like, at the peak of my Kingdom Hearts fandom, so this is when I was, like, browsing the KHV forums and, like, all the Crunchyroll groups, and, I was eating up every last, like, piece of Kingdom Hearts news that I could. I tell you, the days when we were theorizing about who the hell Shion was and how she would be important to the story, those were whack days because this is before the story got super convoluted. Uh, so the theories truly were all over the place.
I was not like super duper into Kingdom. Or like I was into Kingdom Hearts, and I was definitely into it enough to get the secret ending. And I was like, oh man, I sure can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3 because that's 100% what they showed at the secret ending, and it looked so good. And I was like, man, I sure am gonna get that game and follow everything. And then I proceeded to not do that because I sold my PSP. So fun fact, I got a PSP. And I was like, man, I sure can't wait to play good games on it. And I heard there's gonna be a Kingdom Hearts game on it. I never really played my PSP, and I sold it for like $40 at a garage sale. And I never lived to play Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep on the PSP. It was a great time. But I played
Jesus.
358 Days Over 2 though. when I was younger.
Yeah, I had a PSP that I got because I was in the same boat. I heard that a Kingdom Hearts game was coming out. So I got a PSP and I got it for like I think Christmas or my birthday or something like that, and it was a big deal. And then it got stolen from me at Quail
Oh.
Springs Mall in Oklahoma City.
Oh. Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah, let me tell you some shit. So there it's not there anymore, but once upon a time there was a Suncoast there, and I loved that Suncoast. I bought so many anime DVDs at that Suncoast. And I did so many anime events at that Suncoast. I loved it. And I remember I was there one day and I was looking at I had my PSP with me because the only game I had for it was Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, right? Uh but I was planning on looking for more games for it while I was there. Anyway, but I have my PSP with me. I have Crisis Core in there. Side note, very luckily I had already beaten it by that point. Again, hence why I was looking for more games. Thank God I beat it too because I put it on a shelf for 2 seconds so I could grab a DVD from the shelf to look at it, and then I turned around and my PSP was fucking gone.
Oh my god, it was really that
And
fast?
it was really that fast, and I, like, went to the employees and I was like, "Did you see someone walk out with, like, a PSP or something?" And they were like, "We haven't seen anything, sorry." So it was just fucking gone. I had it for all of maybe 2 or 3 months, and I was heartbroken. But lucky for me, Birth by Sleep's US release happened somewhat close to my birthday. Let me look it up. Yeah, September 7th, 2010. So this would have been like a little over 2 weeks, like 2.5, maybe 3 weeks after my birthday.
Mhm.
Uh and and my parents got me the well, I asked for it, very nicely, and I'm very surprised this worked, because I don't get expensive gifts like this very much, let alone twice, but, I think they felt bad for me after what happened to my last PSP because I don't usually
Yeah.
this kind of thing doesn't usually happen to me, but I did manage to for my birthday that year, I got the, Birth by Sleep special edition PSP that, of
Oh.
course, came with the game, and it was sick. I sold it later down the road. I sold it
Oh.
sometime while I was in college because
Oh.
I was broke as hell and I had, bills to pay. And
Oh.
I was like, I haven't played a lot of games on my PSP. As
It
cool as it
hurts.
is, it's just, I needed the money. But yeah.
Oh, it
That's my
hurts,
backstory.
Kennedy.
That's my backstory. That's my backstory.
Oh. That actually hurts a lot. I definitely
To whoever
sold.
stole hmm?
Oh, I was gonna say I definitely sold stuff that I regretted later.
To whoever stole my PSP at the Suncoast at Quail Springs Mall in Oklahoma City, fuck you. Fuck you.
Well, luckily, we can, play it on our PlayStation consoles now with the remastered version.
Yo,
So it was
honestly,
you. It was Caleb.
Caleb is like, this is probably a good time to let you know that that was me. Um, no, honestly, I was really excited when it came to console. Well, I'll talk more about this when we get to the discussion on the game. It's a game with a lot of flaws, but for better or for worse, I think it has some very fun segments. So,
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. The first game, Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2. I believe this came out in 2007,
the year
8?
2000, turn
Wait,
of the millennium,
2010?
before Kingdom Hearts 1.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh my god, I'm done. I'm done. Yes, because in the timeline, this game well, okay, not true, I guess. It's happening in tandem with Chain of Memories or whatever.
It's the 358 and a half days that Sora was asleep and getting his memories fucked around with.
and and it's over
Hence the
too because
name.
it's Roxas and Shion.
Well, I thought it was because it was and a half days. Like it was
uh
358 and a half days.
You see, that's like one way you can look at it, right? But like the real thing is because there are two characters that are experiencing 358 days together. So the 358 days between two people. Yeah.
I guess that's correct.
That's 358 days. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So we got music. Now I'm gonna keep it a stack. I literally remember nothing about the music for 358 days over two.
I also remember nothing about it. I could be wrong about this. In fact, I'm gonna look it up now. I don't think if it had any original songs, I sure as fuck don't remember them.
I feel like it didn't. Oh
It
God,
it,
no.
it might have had like a battle theme that was new, but if there was anything new in there, I sure as fuck do not remember it. I'm looking at these song names. Okay, so there are a few new like songs for the Disney worlds. And I guess oh no, that's Birth by Sleep.
Oh no, I can't figure it out.
I don't think any of these are new. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that, but at least at a glance, I'm looking at the soundtrack list right now. At a glance, I don't see anything that what some of these maybe.
They had a new rendition of Dearly Beloved.
Yeah, like Sacred Moon. I can't remember what that is at the top of my head. That might be new, but if there is anything new, it was massively unmemorable. So that's pretty much how I feel about the music. It's unmemorable. Now, Kingdom Hearts has great like music to reuse. You know, obviously it took all the hits, but
oh, they still had the Twilight Town battle theme or the whatever theme. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Sure. Yeah,
Gion Boss theme is really good. I'm sure that's possible. I don't remember.
All right, let's see. Gion battle. Let me see if I remember this one. Oh wait, this song is actually a banger. Yeah, Caleb's right. Caleb is 100% right. This song is so good. Oh yeah, we'll leave this. Oh, it's so good. Oh my God, I forgot how good this song was. Oh my God.
Here, I'll look it up too. I can't hear it from where I am.
Gives me literal chills.
Vector to the Heavens, is that it?
I have no idea what it's called. All I know is that it's called Gion Battle. That's literally all I know.
Oh, okay. No, this is good. Okay, this is good.
Oh my God.
I'm willing to give music a 3 or a 4. Not a perfect 5 since it's not memorable, evidently, but it's at the end of the day, even the Kingdom Hearts music is still Kingdom Hearts music.
It's so good, Kennedy.
You want to give it a 4?
No, I feel like I can't give it a 4 because I think
we're gonna go 5.
No. I think so. So my problem with the music, right? But I don't know if I should take points off for this, right? Because they are rehash. It's like pretty much all rehash, right? With like a few new ones in here. But it's like
no. Oh yeah, here's a fun piece of context for everybody listening. In addition to, you know, one of the other trademarks of the era of spin-offs of Kingdom Hearts is like before, like we saw things get reused in Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2 to a certain extent, but this is when they started like reusing pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Like the amount of original content to recycled content in each game, it's like you know, even the games with the least amount, you know, still have a ton of reused stuff.
It's like it's all reason. Now I don't know if taking points away from that is like if I should take away points for it just reusing, right? Like do I praise originality or do I take away for non-originality?
You know, this is why I think a 4 is good, because it's like what's there and what's new is fine. It's unmemorable, but it's good. But it's just so much of this is, we're getting to a point where these songs are, we're getting to a point where when people played this for the first time, it was a lot of things were very familiar. And that isn't inherently a bad thing, but it's, it's like if we keep awarding that, then the music on all of them is going to be a 5 because they all use the same game. They all use the same soundtrack.
That's a good point.
I think a 3 or a 4. I think a 3 or a 4 seems appropriate.
All right, we can give it a 4. We can give it a 4.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts music. I feel like Kingdom Hearts music is just too good for the most part to never give it anything lower.
Kingdom Hearts has a fantastic fucking soundtrack, more than most game series.
Oh, good. Art style. All right. So this game was on the DS, and I'm not gonna lie, the DS did not do this game any favors.
I feel like it's the same problem with like Chain of Memories.
No.
GBA. It's like, no, just in that like. Okay, no, continue. Yeah.
So I was gonna say, so with Chain of Memories, it has that cool 16-bit, like almost SNES look, which is really cool. Like that's good. Like Sora actually looked good. In this game, they have like 3D models on the regular 3DS. On the regular DS, and it just does not look good.
Yeah, no, this game was never gonna look good because they did this. They tried putting PS2S sprites into a DS, and it's to a certain extent it's the same problem as the GBA. It's the graphics on the PS2 are too nice that you can't just smoosh them down and expect it to work. But with Chain, they just made new graphics from the ground up. 358/2. I don't know for a fact if this is what they did, but it certainly felt like they took the smooshed sprites and they were like, "No, this works. Nobody will know the difference. This looks great."
They're like, you know what? This will be fine. Trust us.
Now, in fairness, the cutscenes look fine. The cutscenes for a DS game, the cutscenes look good. The cutscenes are also like the PS2 graphics. Like,
you're talking about in the remake, right? In the video movie in a 1.5 or 2.5 remix, right?
Talking about when you're playing this on the DS, the cutscenes, like the fancy cutscenes, look fine. They look good. However, the day-to-day, so to speak, of the game, pun intended, does not look good. Does not look good. It looks smooshed. I'm not.
Oh yeah, I guess it did look fine.
Yeah, no, for the time. Again, we have to remember that, at the time 358/2 came out, most of the most visually ambitious DS games usually did so in a way where they were emphasizing style, or they had a style that worked better on the DS. Whereas Kingdom Hearts was trying to put PS2 graphics on the DS, and it just didn't work. But which is why the cutscenes, like the pre-recorded like cutscenes where they use the fancy shit, look good, but the rest of the game does not.
Yeah. I wonder if I can find I think there's like a picture of like a close up of like Rox's face. It's just like 3 pixels. Or something like
no, the day-to-day of this game, like when it's not like a pre-rendered cutscene, it looks terrible. It looks terrible.
Yeah, so I think if the game looked like
the
the
box
art
art's
style,
nice, though.
I was about to say. I was like, yeah, if the game looked like the box art, like, all right, like we'd be lit.
Yeah, the box art's nice. I have a little wall scroll of it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I do. In Oklahoma, but
Man, I kind of feel bad, but I feel like I guess we got to give it a 3, right? Or the cutscenes were fine.
The cutscenes were fine, but they are also not most of the game.
Is it not? I feel like there are so many cutscenes in this game.
There are a lot of cutscenes. I'd be fine with a 3. I'd be fine with a 3 or a 2. I can't give it a 1. I can't give it a 1 because the cutscenes do look good and the box art's gorgeous, but a 2 or a 3 seems appropriate.
I'll do a 2. I feel, because you know that is most of the game. That is mostly what we're looking at.
Yeah, most of the game is ugly.
He looks like a melted.
Roxas looks like a melted shoe. That's accurate. No, that's accurate. That is 110% accurate.
We'll give it a 2. Unfortunately, the DS just could not do it. Unfortunately, this is not the 3DS yet, where it could have had a chance of looking good. Not Caleb. It's not a 1 because the cutscenes, you know, at least help out.
Yeah, scenes do look good for the time. The box art is also just fucking great.
So, you know, it gets a little point right there, but
yeah.
I don't think we should go any higher.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Agree.
What?
No, I was just saying I agree.
Okay. Yeah. So then how much it progresses the actual story? So this is after Kingdom Hearts 2, but it's literally just explaining what's going on in between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, or what's going on parallel with Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. So
yeah, it more so
gives context for things later on.
Yeah, it more so fleshes out the story that was already there. Really, the only big thing it does in terms of progressing the story is introducing Xion, who I'm just gonna level with you. At the time when this game came out, Xion felt like a very shoehorned OC. She felt very... she felt like, again, she felt at the time, she felt very, oh, we just want to add a new character so we can make more merchandise and shit. Let's just shoehorn another, let's just put Goth Kairi in there. Why not?
Goth Kairi.
It felt very that. She felt very pointless and like she was being shoehorned in. And again, this is at the time of the release. This is before Kingdom Hearts 3. So when she died at the end of the game, it was like, then what was the point of any of this? Why introduce a character that you are immediately going to kill off and have nobody remember? You made a character and deleted her. Nobody cares. We hear nothing about her again until Kingdom Hearts 3. And I love Xion's design, but oh my god, she feels very shoehorned in there. She feels very shoehorned in there. They sure do wait a long time to make her relevant. And even when she does become relevant, her relevance is more so just to have a Keyblade and be in the Army of Light or whatever. I can't find it in myself to care about Xion. I can't.
Yeah, and you know, in terms of like the story, like, because they just kind of forget about her, and
yeah, it feels pointless because they forget about her.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess you know, because of what Roxas' story was in like Kingdom, well, I guess we kind of needed this game to explain what the freak Axel was on, you know, when he was chasing Roxas around or whatever. Do we need a whole game for that? Probably not.
And we didn't need Xion there.
So in terms of like progression of the story, it's not, it honestly it really doesn't progress the story. It's literally a context game.
Yeah, no, honestly, and it's not only that, but it's the fact that they add a new character only to kill her off and then have everyone forget about her.
I didn't
Literally.
forget.
What? How? You cannot, like, write a character that pointless without effort. Honestly, I think in this regard, it deserves a 1.
I agree. I do
Yeah.
agree. I do agree with that one because like it does feel pointless, to be honest.
It does. No, it feels very pointless.
I just wish there was like a way we could separate because like, hey, you know, they added some great moments just in general, and I appreciate the context that they gave because I feel like, well, I guess we'll get into that later. Whatever. We'll go on to the next one, characters. And since we were already talking about Xion, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and say my thoughts on Xion. Xion is like, she kind of did feel maybe a little bit shoehorned. Maybe
A little bit.
maybe a little bit. I guess I didn't get the point because they were trying to make like a recreation of Sora, but they needed his memories. They're putting it into a new vassal, which was Xion. But I guess I kind of didn't understand the purpose. They already had Roxas, and Roxas has a Keyblade, so I'm not sure why they needed her in the first place, really. And it's called Organization 13, so I don't know why they felt the need to add a 14th member. Kind of threw a wrench in that. But I mean, like, she was adorable at times, I guess. You know, she didn't really know what was going on a lot because she was basically a literal baby. She's less than a year old before the end of this game, technically. So she has no reference for anything. So, you know, it's cool seeing her learn together with Roxas because they're kind of the same. So I like that. I like how she did interact with the other characters. I think that's like probably her Goth Kairi over Kairi. Okay. She interacted pretty well with Roxas and Axel. And just on that, I really loved their friendship. I think they portrayed that pretty good, honestly. I don't know what it was. I enjoyed that a lot. I'm a sucker for deep friendship kind of things like that. I'm a huge sucker for it.
Tell you what, there is I will agree that it is very adorable how they portray their friendship in that game, but there is another friendship in 358/2 that we don't see a lot of in this game, but we see it being hinted at. And that's the former friendship between Axel and Saïx.
Yep.
That is for the first time ever that is hinted at in this game. And I mean, I'm just gonna level with you. I ship it.
Oh my god.
I ship it.
I thought you were about to hit me with some, you know what, man, like, honestly, like, I think they should have done this X, Y, Z. You're like, nah, they ship, yeah.
Nah, I ship it. I ship it.
I mean, I feel like I didn't get enough of them just in general. So I don't really remember a whole lot about it. So that tells me it wasn't as prominent. But,
oh, it wasn't. It was hinted at. It was.
Yeah.
They planted the seeds. And then in BBS they would they'd elaborate on it a lot more, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But they planted the seeds. This is when they started telling the audience for the first time ever, Axel and Saïx used to know each other. They used to be friends. They have a history. So there's you know, Saïx has more backstory than we think. Because at this point, Saïx, as far as we know, he's just like Xemnas's like second in command, and that's kind of all we know about him.
Yeah.
Axel's the sun and Saïx is the moon you see, exactly.
Yeah, so like the main players in this game, what we got? Roxas,
Axel, and Xion.
Oh, I guess Xemnas. Well, he's not really doing a whole lot, but he's there.
He's there.
But
yeah,
actually, Riku's there too.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Riku is there for some brief moments.
Riku fought. This is where canonically Riku fights Roxas and absolutely stomps him into the ground. Roxas was like, "Shut up!" And then Riku did not shut up. In fact, he made Roxas shut up, as you see. And you know what? I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. But that wasn't until the very end of the game. But honestly, I'm really glad that it was really just focused on Roxas, Axel, and Xion. I think that's really good to have like a smaller cast so we can flesh that out, because I really like their friendship, and I think those three characters interacted very well together. Xion,
their friendship felt more real than Sora, Riku, and Kairi's. I'll just say it.
Kinda true. Actually, kinda true.
It felt more real. We saw them hanging out and just being friends together. We never really see that with Sora, Riku, and Kairi, because they're always getting into some fucking mischief.
Yeah, you're right. So we're like, because we got to see all that, we got to like actually feel what the characters were feeling, and I don't know. I think that's just really, really good.
Yeah.
On their own, like I think Roxas as like a standalone character, he's cool. I think he's definitely more complex than Sora. He's definitely really trying to figure. You can see in real time where Roxas is starting to like question a lot of things and try and figure more things out. You can literally see it in real time and how it's messing him up. And he's like, I gotta go back. I gotta figure stuff out. But people keep getting in his way. He was trying to leave, and Riku was like, Nah, come back over here, boy. Nah, we're not done yet. Axel was trying to bring him back, and Roxas, he was very moody at the end, and rightfully so, to be honest, because he had no sense of self, I guess, because he's literally a nobody. Ooh.
Well, yeah, and also everybody keeps fucking comparing him to Sora throughout the whole game. Like,
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. So it's quite frankly, Roxas's frustration is very justifiable.
Yeah. Honestly, the characters interacting with each other, all very, very good. So I'm willing to give the characters a pretty high score. I'd probably, because it was so condensed and small. Okay, Xion by herself, maybe not the greatest, but she interacts well with the other. I'd probably say a 11.5 to a 12 for me.
Let's say, you know what? I'll do 12.
Yeah.
I'll do 12. I really like the sides of Roxas, Axel, and to a certain extent Sykes that we see in this game. Really, the only complaint I can give is that Xion just, God, way to make a character feel pointless. Way to make a character feel pointless.
Yeah. But it's a good thing the supporting cast around her was great, and that made her shine, at least in that way. And it's Caleb's favorite character, so we obviously got to give points for that.
Yeah, the Caleb points, you see, very important.
Let's go. Okay, level designs. All right, Kennedy, go ahead. Give me your take on the level designs.
I remember nothing about them.
I remember little.
I remember feeling in the moment. I remember feeling like they were unimpressionable. Really, the only main thing I remember about them in 358/2 is I remember there were a lot of hallways. I remember being like, really not trying hard with this one. Actually, that kind of encapsulates it. I feel like it was very much like a lack of effort. I felt like there was a lot of monotony, a lot of hallways, and nothing we hadn't really seen before. Again, it felt like a lot of recycling, and it was, by this point, it was just really boring. Unimpactful.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty empty. To be honest, I will say it did feel like a smaller Kingdom Hearts 2, on a handheld, because obviously they're working within limitations. And I guess I could appreciate that, because having Kingdom Hearts on the go for, I guess, the second time, but in a better fashion than what we got before. And,
yeah, because the DS
cool.
was a massive console. You know, I understand why they would want to put it on there, but just I think this was I think they were a little too ambitious. I think they could have made a good DS game, but they would have had to have like made it for the DS in the same way that The World Ends With You was a game made for the DS. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I guess I don't have any specific worlds I want to talk about. I just have like the general feel, and I'm feeling pretty mid on it, like a 5 or a 6 maybe.
Say 5. I'm gonna say 5. It's unimpactful. It's unmemorable. They're all mediocre to bad. Yeah, 5.
That's what it feels like. All right. Well, then we'll just go ahead and move on. We really have nothing to say on that one. Gameplay. Ooh. DS gameplay. Elizabeth, because you don't have to traverse anything. Let's see. What do I remember about the gameplay? I remember generally having. You said what?
I said I remember it was crunchy.
I remember generally having a pretty good time for the most part. I don't think I had any qualms, I guess, besides turning the camera, because as you know, there is no C stick on the DS, so
Nope. Yeah,
it had multiplayer that I never played.
I never played. I forgot it had multiplayer completely. I never touched it. I don't have any massive complaints about the gameplay, which I guess is a bit of an achievement considering the last time Kingdom Hearts had been on a handheld, the gameplay was a mess. But I also remember it taking a while to get used to, and that even when it was at its best, it was meh. It's just like it's pretty stripped down Kingdom Hearts.
I remember liking the like the level up system that they had or whatever. It was like that kind of like that grid based system. I don't know why. I liked it because it was kind of unique, and I don't know. I kind of messed with it. That did turn out to be the base for how you leveled up the what's it called, the Dream Eaters and Dream Drop Distance. So, you know, they used it later on, just not for the main game. So that's at least one positive in my mind, because I didn't have a problem with that. I kind of liked it. It was unique to me. But I will say this was the first game where they had the what was it? You know the battle system or whatever, where everything is tied to like a cooldown. This was the first game where it was like tied to like a cooldown.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if I think I feel kind of mixed on that, because although I don't have to worry about magic recharging, I have to wait for that to recharge, but I get to use, as long as I have the slots, I can use like all of them, but I still have to shuffle through them. It was kind of really mixed for me. I think in the end I was fine with it, but it definitely took some getting used to. No,
I agree. It does take some getting used to, but even when it was at its best, I don't think I was ever enthralled. I never had any massive complaints, but I don't recall ever having any moments playing it and being like, wow, this is a fun game. You know what I mean? I don't think I ever had that moment. So honestly, for gameplay, I think a 10-ish. It's middle of the road. You know, it's not bad. It's not good. It's serviceable. I think a 10 reflects that.
All right.
Right in the middle.
I agree. I can agree with that. I think that's completely fair. Ooh. The story. All right.
Oh my god.
So before we start the story, I just want to show my favorite cutscene from Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2. This is literally this honestly might be my favorite cutscene in Kingdom Hearts. Or
That's a bold statement.
It's
a bold statement when Goofy died in Kingdom Hearts 2.
that was just funny.
That's a bold statement.
This might be like top. It's at least top 3. It's at least top 3 for me. I really like this cutscene like a lot. Oh wait, hold on a second. can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear it all right?
I always get stuck with the icky jobs.
Okay, hold on, so I'll pause right there. All right, were you guys able to hear it? Or should I turn it up more?
I mean, I can't hear it anyway, but I'm reading the subtitles.
I'm waiting for, okay. All right, I'm waiting for chat to tell me if the audio is good. Instead of just saying, yeah, but yeah, Caleb, yeah, you know this one. Yeah, you know this one.
I think I know which one this is.
I love this one so much. Like when I had it on the PS4, I literally just got through all the cutscenes just to get to this one.
Damn.
Okay, cool. Audio is good.
God, his eyeliner game is just chef's kiss.
Oh, it's so good.
Xion, what are you gonna do?
Axel!
I've decided that I have to go back to where I belong.
Well, to be honest, I always felt that was best right from the very beginning. But you know, it still really bugs me. Something about this just stinks.
It's for the good of everyone.
But how do you know that? Everybody thinks they're right.
This is right.
They're gonna destroy you!
Please don't hold back, Axel. Promise.
What's your problem?
Oh.
You both think you can do whatever you want.
My boy.
I'm sick of
That's my anime husband right there.
Go on, you just keep running.
Oh, here it is. It's the line.
I'll always be there to bring you back.
Oh, Axel! Oh, Axel!
That's-
you just want to
that's-
bring your friends back!
That's my anime husband.
Why you gotta cause me so much trouble?
Oh, Axel!
Love him. Love him. Perfect. Perfect bean. Love him.
And he did it. Literally basically
him.
cost him his life. Essentially.
Love
And
him.
I don't know what it was about this part, but Xemnas just like picking her up and like leaving. I was like, bro, you're not even
Fucks off.
like you're really not gonna talk to your boy? Like say like good at least a good job? He just
No.
picked her up and peaced out.
No gold star, no nothing. He just pieces out. That's my anime husband right there. I love him.
So
I love him.
So when we're talking about the story, that moment right there, it honestly like makes 358 Days Over to jump up very, very high. And honestly, the story just in general about three friends trying to figure out what's going on is just great to me in general.
Now,
Nostalgia's hitting me hard on this one.
in a vacuum, I think it's a good story, but I cannot look past how fucking stupid it is that they introduced Xion and they, established this friendship between them only to kill her and make everyone forget her in the end. It's just, God, that just,
Candy,
God,
hear
I
me
hate
out.
that. That just makes it so pointless. So pointless. Cannot
Okay.
forgive.
I guess I'll let everybody knows if you don't know. So in this game, basically, when Sora turned into a Heartless, Roxas was born, and this is the game where he was born in. He goes on his journey while Axel goes to Castle Oblivion, does his stuff. That's why it's taking place in tandem with Chain of Memories. Then they get another member named Xion. She's like the culmination of Sora's memories. They need Xion so they can control her because she can use the Keyblade. But when she starts getting the Keyblade, she starts messing with Roxas's memories because he's also part of Sora. So the Keyblade can't choose two people, I guess.
We're definitely going to be reducing points in this. For
Yeah.
We're definitely going to be reducing some points.
And so basically, Roxas and Xion are like the new members, but they become really close. And Axel kind of starts off as like their guide or almost kind of like a caretaker role, but then he becomes more like a big brother. to them, and they were very wholesome. They sat on the clock tower, ate sea salt ice cream every single day after work. They were very cool. Then drama ensues when Xion starts to really try and figure out who she is or what this is. She goes off on her own. Axel's like going after her, and Roxas is just confused and doesn't know what's going on. Then in the end, Xion's like, I'm doing this. I have to go back, and I won't be stopped. Roxas is like, wait, what the freak is going on? Why are you telling me to kill you? Roxas kills her, and he's very, very sad. He doesn't want to forget her, and almost instantly forgets her. Then Roxas is like, I gotta get out of here. I'm missing something. And Riku's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We can't have you leaving. I need you to bring back my boy Sora. He said no. Riku said yes. Roxas was about to beat the brakes off of him, because that was the secret ending in Kingdom Hearts. Freak, which Kingdom Hearts was it? Which secret ending was the one where they show it was a oh wait, no, it was you said it was two final mix or one final mix?
It's one of the final mixes, I think.
Yeah. And
I'm like,
you know,
I'm like 90% sure it's one of the final mixes.
Yeah, it's one of those, and they show the coolest cutscene, you know, where, you know, Riku and, you know, Rox, they're like running on the building or whatever, then they're surrounded by the Harlows, but then they start fighting still, and you're like, oh man, look, this is so sick. And then, you know, at the end, why do you have the Keyblade, is what Riku says, and then Roxas says the infamous word, shut up. It cuts to black, but then the actual cutscene goes, Riku blocks it and instantly deletes him by using the power of Ansem. He literally went curse mark to Sasuke. That's literally what he did.
Why do you have the Keyblade? Shut up! Iconic.
Yeah, and then he took him back, and yeah, that's how Kingdom Hearts 2 was made. He took him back to Diz. So yeah, that was basically the story.
The story isn't awful, but I cannot in good conscience call it good.
So check this out. The story's actually tight because it's more interpersonal drama, and that's not, it's like, so it's interpersonal and it's not like super big picture. So it's very contained. And I think that's very good for this kind of game, especially because they didn't make it matter for the most part in terms of the story. They just gave us context. This was a context game. And while I don't necessarily enjoy that because of a certain game, you know, we have coming up next, which we will hit very hard because of that, but that game had no substance, whereas this game I think does have some pretty good substance. It had drama. It had, these characters actually, they actually had feelings. They actually thought about things. It was deeper than just sort of be like, hey, I'm good guy, need to find friends. It's like, who am I? Like, what am I in the grand scheme of things? Like, I have friends, but like, they're saying we don't have hearts, but I have a heart. I feel it, like I have feelings. And it's just like all like a big mess. And it has a tragic ending. It's literally a tragic ending. Axel loses all of his friends. Xion dies. Roxas doesn't even know who he is anymore. And you're just like, what's going on? Like, oh man, it feels so bad. And you know, then they do it again.
Honestly, I think the story would seem a lot better if there wasn't so much filler spaced between everything. That's one of my bigger complaints with BBS, is that there's so much just pointless shit. Just random missions that feel completely irrelevant.
Wait, BBS or 358? You said
358.
BBS.
358.
Okay.
My bad.
No, you're good.
No, there's so many missions that feel really pointless. So it's like there are good story beats in the game, but it takes so long to get to them. And it takes a while for the story to even get started. And then it's really not until the last leg of the game that things really start to, you know, hit the fan. It when it gets good, it's good, but it takes so long. The journey to get there is so long, and there's so much just shit between all of it. The story it's good but not great. I think a 15-ish is where I'm at.
All right, so hear me out, Kennedy. Here is my final mix. All right, so instead of my final stand, this is my final mix. So this game, right? It's dealing with just 3 characters, and they have this weird mission structure that, you know, doesn't really matter. But I will argue that in literally every Kingdom Hearts game when you're going in between worlds. Like, does it really matter? Especially if you look at like Kingdom Hearts 2, we're going from world to world and there's literally no story going on. It's just sort of like, oh, where do we go next? And then eventually they like force you to go back to Hollow Bastion where the story can continue. There's just not a whole lot going. But I will say, this is the most boring time in between those like sections, right? So I feel like taking like too much away from like too many points away because like the time it takes to get between story beats isn't like super fair. Now it is fair to say that it's boring when you're actually going through each of those parts or whatever. But I think all the Kingdom Hearts do it pretty much to an extent. So, you know, I feel like we could probably bump it up a little bit, maybe like a 16, maybe 16, maybe 17.
I'd be willing to concede a 16. I would be willing to do that.
All right.
But I will not show any such mercy on the enjoyment, was it fun part, because that the in-between was so especially boring in this game. It really dampens a lot of the fun. The pacing. Oof.
Yeah. I remember being like actually actively bored in between like the story. Like the story, like when I was like watching the story, I was like, oh freak, yeah. I'm trying to see what's happening next. But then we would do like 4 or 5 missions or whatever. Then it would give us like some weird like text cutscene. I'm like, I don't give a freak about this text cutscene. There's something like, oh, Roxas worked with Luxor to try and, you know, find, like, who gives a freak? Literally, these Disney worlds don't mean anything. You're literally just there to kill Heartless for Kingdom Hearts. That is your goal. That is what they have. That is what they're having you do. And it is not. I don't give a freak. It was boring. It was boring. It wasn't the most boring Kingdom Hearts game, but it was in fact boring. But it was in fact boring.
Yeah. What were you thinking?
I mean, if I'm giving this a score, I'd give it about.
I think a 10. I think a 10-ish.
Yeah.
It was really, a lot of the game was just really boring and kind of a chore to go through.
Yeah, I'd give it a 10.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 10.
Yeah. So what? Oh, and now the convolutedness. I think we should go all 3 points.
Ooh, all 3 points. Why are you saying all 3 points?
Because even just trying to explain who Xion is in the context of the story is its own brand of bullshit.
Yeah.
Xion single-handedly makes so many elements of Kingdom Hearts so convoluted and so hard to explain. Like, if someone asked you, like, who is Xion? It's like, okay, well, she's Kairi, but she's not Kairi. She's also Sora, but she's also a little bit of Kairi because Kairi's heart was with Sora. You know what I mean? But she's also Roxas. But you know, it's bullshit. I'm gonna say full 3 points. I'm gonna say the full 3 points.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me think about it. Let me think about the convoluted points. So, convoluted point number 1, Xion. How she interacts with memories. Because memories are a thing that allow her to exist, and how it affects why Rox loses the Keyblade. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Why she looks like how anybody perceives her to be or whatever. And why at the end she kind of looked like, Sora to Roxas, I think at one point. And he's like, who is that? But it's because... Yeah.
Wait, I forgot about that.
I ain't forget. Yeah. Why
3 points.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's just
full 3 points.
Mine is 3.
Xion alone warrants the -3 points.
Yeah, this is pretty convoluted, honestly. So let's add them up. So we got, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. See, okay, 7 plus 12.
I'll trust you to do the math.
Yes.
Oh.
All right, so let's see. So we have 7 plus 12, that's 19. 19 plus 5, that's 24. Plus 10, that's 34. 34 plus 16 is 50? Yeah, 50
You tell
plus
me,
10.
you're doing the math.
50 plus 10 is 60. I don't know why that was the hard one. And then minus 3, that's 57. Oh my goodness, it got 57? Bro, there's no
honestly.
there's no way it's only a little bit better than Chain of Memories, right?
And yet here we are.
Yo,
And
that
yet
modifier
here we
is
are.
killer. That modifier is absolute killer. Oh my god. All right. Well, it's what we got to do. But I will say it's the best one of the D tier. All right. So let's go ahead and put a colas on that one. Let's talk about our next game. Kingdom Hearts
BBS.
Birth by Sleep. BBS. Sheesh. All right, Kennedy, what do you have on the music?
The music is pretty solid. There are original tracks,
Yeah, there are.
which is impressive.
Aqua is cute. Okay.
It's
Caleb just said Aqua is cute is how I feel about the game.
that about sums up my thoughts too. Yeah, the music is solid. It's solid. There's original tracks. I'm willing to go anywhere between a 3 and a 5.
FBI open up. What are you talking about? Okay, so let's see. Let me see. What are some banger traps? Because they are just all very good, just in general. Oh,
Yeah.
we got the Venice theme in this one. Oh, I love Venice's theme.
Yeah.
Oh, Venice theme is so good. It's just such a good track in general. Oh, this is where we got a Master Xehanort's theme. Oh, well, never mind. His theme wasn't actually that good. Oh wait, actually, this game's music actually really. Oh my god, is this a 5?
It could be a 5. It could be a 5. I would not be opposed to a 5.
It's what? It makes the Lingering World less cool? You're wild. You're absolutely wild. All right, yeah, I'll just go ahead and stick a 5 on it because I don't think Kingdom Hearts can miss when it has original music. Kennedy?
Yeah. Hi. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was saying, yeah, I think it's a 5.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. I'd be willing to give it a 5.
Derek's to base. All right. Art. Very good. You know why? Because it's on the PSP now. Or this game is on the PSP.
The art's really good.
Like, we can actually tell what faces they're making. Wow. Everybody,
Yeah.
the character designs all look great. I love all of them.
Yeah, no, honestly, this is a solid 5 again. The game looks good. There's really not that much else to say about it. It looks great.
I wanna talk about Mickey's suit. I love his pre-suit or his like pre-master suit or whatever when he was still just a trainee. I don't know why. I just love it when they just have a different costume. I don't know why.
I love the
love it.
hilarity of Mickey being in a costume like that because again, I really like envisioning I really like envisioning them showing that to some Disney exec and being like, so this is what we're doing to your golden rat. So this is the BDSM attire we're donning your golden rat in today. This is fine with you, right?
And they said yes.
Yeah,
Literally
yeah.
zippers just for zippers.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah.
Zippers
But yeah.
for zippers' sake.
Is there any place that just looked like better than all of the other ones? Well, whatever. I'm giving it a 5.
Yeah, no, it gets a 5.
How much it progressed the actual story? So this game is actually very, very important.
Yeah.
For actually getting
this. Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say, you know, when Kingdom Hearts 3 was about to come out, you know, there was a lot of discourse around like which Kingdom Hearts games you have to play between 2 and 3 to get what's going on in 3. This more than by far, by leaps and bounds, more than any other game that came out between 2 and 3 is this one necessary
Yep.
for 3. This congratulations to Square Enix. This one actually progressed the story a lot. It is an easy 5. I don't even have to think about it. It's an easy 5.
Yes, it is. We introduce Xehanort, which is the driving force for the whole game, past games and the future games, obviously. The 3 very necessary characters in between Ventus, Aqua, and Terra. King Mickey. Okay, he doesn't. Well, I mean, I guess it does set up King Mickey for what he does with well, he's actually not, right? Because he's set up with Aqua for the darkness, which leads back to Kingdom Hearts 1, right?
I'm just gonna ditch you here for a decade.
Okay, it was only 1 year. It's only 10 years in darkness time. Okay.
Okay, you know what? Okay, it's 10 years in Mickey's time, and that's all that matters. Mickey had 10 years to go back and get her, and he was like,
no. But Mickey was only gone for a year. It was only for a year. It was only for a year. Okay, but it was only it was only a year. All right.
He wronged her. He sinned against her. He ditched her. He left her.
He was trying. He was trying.
He left her for dead. And also, only a year is still a long ass time to fucking leave someone in a black hole.
Because so it wasn't even that he just left her there. He was like, we don't have the means. Because check it out. Because like when he was down there with Aqua, he's like, Aqua, yo, we got this. And Aqua's like, no, Mickey, go, get out of here. Get out of here, Mickey.
Christopher, how would you feel if you were left on a desert island for only a year?
I mean, it's not like
a year.
It's not like he wasn't trying to get her, right? He was trying.
Yeah,
he needed the means to.
He also kind of gave up after a while. Let's be real.
He didn't give up. Now, I guess.
Whatever.
I guess I will say, they could have put in maybe a bit more effort. Maybe a bit more effort. He could have given it a bit more effort, but I will also.
What if a rat left you there for a year?
I will also say it was Yen Sid who kind of gave the order that was like, it was too dangerous. We really couldn't go down there and get her. We didn't have the manpower.
Yeah, but Mickey also the manpower. You're complaining about manpower to a mouse. Who gives a shit? This is Disney.
Dog.
Anything is possible.
Dog, when Mickey went down there with Riku, they got absolutely Riku lost his Keyblade in like the first 20 minutes of Kingdom Hearts. What, 0.02 or whatever, or 0.2, or was it 3 that he lost it? I think it was 3 or whatever. They went down there, they instantly got shafted. So that was honestly kind of true.
Mickey was an asshole in this game, and I'm not budging.
No, he wasn't. He literally wasn't. You literally see him try and go down there, and you see him get stomped out. You're just like, man, that's dang. You know what? He literally couldn't. They didn't leave Aqua.
Aqua behind. Yeah, they did leave Aqua behind. Christopher, you're not winning this argument.
Oh my God.
Let's give this a 5 and move on.
All right, fine. We're giving it a 5, but Mickey didn't just leave her down there. All right.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He left her for dead.
He did not.
He left her bleeding corpse for dead.
That's not even what happened. She was down there, and you know what?
He saw her get run over by a truck, and then he saw someone run her over a second time. I don't know where I was going with that. He saw her get run over by a car, and he said, "Wow, that sucks, huh?" He left.
I'm done.
He shrugged it off, and then he went to go hit someone else with a copyright complaint. That is exactly what Mickey Mouse did in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, parentheses 2010, end parentheses. That was his whole character arc. Word for word. I quoted the script.
Yeah, you know what? I actually believe that.
Yeah.
Anyway, characters.
That leads us to characters!
The 3 main characters in this game, Terra, Aqua, and Ventus. They are 3 best friends. Just like the last game with 3 best friends. And we saw what happened to them.
Vicky default danced while Aqua was getting torched on by Shadow. Anyway, keep talking. I'm sorry. I had to acknowledge that.
I was just saying, this game has 3 friends, just like the last game. And we all know what happened to the last set of friends.
And we all know what happens to 3 friends in Kingdom Hearts.
They do be struggling. So
hope one of you is ready to die or get lost or traumatized. You're all gonna get traumatized, but
literally all of you. So if I'm talking about the characters, to get now, let me speak about this succinctly.
They don't have a lot of chemistry.
They don't have a lot of chemistry, and they're also all dumb. Literally all of them. Only Ventus is the one who can be dumb and get away with it.
I think Aqua has a brain cell.
I guess. Sure, I guess. But all right, she has a brain cell. But I can tell you right now, Ventus and Terra have never even seen a brain cell. Like, literally not even once.
Brain cell is so long a word for them. They would short circuit. Absolutely short circuit.
Let's see. Terra, I can see what they were going for with his character, but to me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for him because he was always trained in like the way of the light for what we know. He's never really dabbled in darkness, and it really only took one guy to come in and say one thing about his Mark of Mastery exam where we accidentally used a little bit of darkness. Little bit of darkness.
Yeah, he crumbled.
He literally crumbled, like, and it wasn't even close. You're like, come on, Terra, like, really? That's what you're okay, whatever. But I see what they were trying to do with him. Like, he's like, okay, I'm trying to kind of redeem myself for my master, you know, who treated basically he's Terra's father figure. And he's like, man, he's so disappointed in me. I'm so disappointed in myself. Like,
yeah, well, his character arc is less about, you know, feeling like well, I guess you could argue that, but to me, his character arc, what I remember about it is that it was more so him being like, oh no, Xehanort said I might be predisposed to fucking around with the darkness, and I think he's right. He's in my head. And now I'm gonna struggle with this for the rest of the game. I'm going to create the funniest screenshot in the entire series because of this struggle. It's gonna be me standing in front of Queen Mickey saying something like, I fear the darkness, and then he's just standing in front of Minnie Mouse. Let me look it up. But yeah, to me, his struggle was more about being like, you know, oh yeah, here it is. I'll put this in Discord, but yeah, he's saying, all this time I've been staring into the darkness, and it's just him standing with fucking Minnie Mouse. But yeah, to me, it's more about his struggle to be like, shit, I want to be powerful. I want to be a good Keyblade master, but I can't do that on my own, and I need the darkness, but I can't use darkness because it's the forbidden fruit, you know? To struggle about dealing with darkness. I don't know. And he do be struggling.
He really struggled.
He really does not shut the fuck up about it. You know, not even Riku talks about it this much.
And honestly, I don't even think it's like necessarily like super deserved, to be honest, because he only had one brush with darkness and then he completely went off the deep end. Like, there was like, it was literally like he was going on a straight line and then he messed up one time and then he went all the way, like he just went all the way left. Like it wasn't even like close. It literally wasn't even close. He didn't even think about it. He didn't even think twice.
Yeah. Not keep
yeah.
talking. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, so yeah, Terra's dumb, and then, you know, he starts getting to the end. He's like, you know what? Maybe the darkness isn't for me. But it's too late. He turns into darkness. It's literally too late. He's already given Xehanort everything he needed. Terra smoked a weed one time and went in a home.
Terra smoked a weed one time and went all in on heroin. No,
That's literally what he did.
That's literally it. That is literally Terra's story arc. That's it. That's it. Ventus and Aqua, on the other hand, I love Aqua, and I think Ventus is adorable baby boy.
I agree. Yeah. So Ventus is fine. Like Ventus is dumb, but it's okay because he literally doesn't know anything.
Way.
Yes, he's dumb in a charming.
Stupid in a charming way.
He's literally just an annoying little brother. That it's also dumb, I guess. He's like. Basically, what's seeming to me, he has like the brain of like an 8-year-old. He really looks up to Terra. He wants to be like him. When Terra said, "Oh, I'm going on a mission, you stay here or whatever," and then literally out of nowhere, Ventus was like, "No, wait, why are you leaving?" And then he left too. I was like, wait, what? But then I thought, you know what? That is exactly something a little brother would do. He had no idea what he was doing. He was just following his big brother because he thought he was so cool. And you know what? I can get behind that, to be honest.
Yeah. And Aqua is just the only one who fucking knows what's going on. Aqua is the only one who's actually accomplishing anything.
To be honest, like Aqua was like fine. She was like, yeah, I'm just chilling. But then Ericus was like, hey, can you go follow Terra? Make sure he's not doing anything like
can you make
bad
sure
or something.
He's kind of sus. Can you make sure he's not the imposter?
And she was like, all right, I guess, sure. So all that's fine and dandy, I guess. So all three of these people, they all ship off. Terra literally makes no sense why he. Okay, all right, Terra, it makes sense why he left, I guess. Ventus. Huh?
I hate to do this, but can I put a pin in this for like 2 seconds? My bladder went from 0 to full in the span of about 30 seconds.
That's totally fine. I have to use the restroom too anyway.
Yeah, so I will be right back.
I will also be right back. All right, chat, we're gonna put a pin in this and we'll talk about how dumb the characters are. Be right back. All right, we're back. Bless you.
Thank you.
All right, so where do we leave off? Oh yeah,
Characters. We were talking about Ventus, good boy, Aqua, the only competent one of the trio.
we keep saying this competent word, but man.
Are you gonna try to tell me that Terra or Ventus are competent? I think
They're
we just
not.
firmly established that Terra is extremely not. And Ventus, God help him, he tries to be, but he's just not.
I'm not saying that they're competent, but I'm not saying that Aqua is also competent.
I think Aqua is competent.
I think that Aqua has an issue with being too forceful and saying things that are not great in the moment that lead to people like being distant from her. Now, I guess you could still say that's not being incompetent, but she's like their best friend. I figured she would know a little bit better. And also, she, like all of the other three characters, which we'll get into a little bit later in the story, they do not, their biggest character flaw, literally all their biggest character flaw, is that they do not know how to communicate. They literally do not know how to talk to each other. If they talk to each other together,
that's fair,
in a meaningful way, literally one time, they could have solved all of their issues.
No, that's 100% correct. No, I can't argue against that. This whole thing could have been solved if they just talked to each other. I won't deny that.
Like that is their biggest character flaw, and it has such huge ramification, and it doesn't make any sense, and it's so stupid. But with all that being said, their friendship is nice. I wish we could have got more, kind of like how we got it in 358 Days, because they did it amazing over there, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, Aqua, Terra, and Ventus had like no chemistry, zero chemistry.
To be honest with you, I honestly could not tell you if like Aqua and Terra were really friends if the game didn't tell me that they were friends.
Yeah, no, if the game didn't like give them wayfind. Oh no, lightning! Hang on, I'm sorry. Dan's cat has recently decided that he loves the way my laptop feels, and he will I'll be on it, and he'll literally try to sit on the keyboard, and I have to actively stop him.
You're like, hey, no, not right now.
Basically, yeah, he'll give up after a while. Anyway. Where was I? Yeah, they had no chemistry. There were two friends in this game with a lot of chemistry, though. You know who? Oh, Lightning, you can't sit there, buddy.
Wait, the two characters
Lee and Isa.
Oh, yeah, when they were
I
kids.
forget. Yeah!
It's Isa.
It's Isaac, yeah. So we finally get to see the. I say finally, like it's been a long time. It's been in game. Yeah, no, 358 hinted that they used to be friends, and we get to see that in this game. And they have more chemistry than the main trio, and we see them for all of, I think, maybe 15 minutes.
I'd probably say less than that.
Probably, honestly, probably less than that. But you get my point.
And that was the first time that Axel would meet his best friend's lookalike, literal doppelganger.
Yeah, well, technically Roxas is the doppelganger of Ventus, so.
Yes, that is true.
He would meet the original that his best friend would be
is based off of.
Put through the Sora heart filter.
Okay, so let's see. Who are the other characters?
Vanitas! I love Vanitas.
Ah, yes, Vanitas is cool.
I love Vanitas.
Vanitas is cool. I
love
say.
Goth Sora.
He's just like
he's such
evil
a bitch.
Dude.
I love him.
he's just evil. Like
his personality is just bitch, and that's it. I love it. I'm here for it. It's not that deep. He's just a bitch.
I like Vanitas because he's like,
Lightning. No, sorry.
he's so like annoying, but the things he says are honestly kind of facts. So, to be honest, honestly kind of facts. But he's so smug about it. But he's very dangerous. Like, you know, every time he's like there, like he could probably take out Ventus at any point. To be honest.
Caleb has a great point. Vanitas is the straightforward asshole this series needed.
True.
Just an asshole. Yeah, no, that's accurate. That's accurate. I love Vanitas.
Yeah, Vanitas.
Great.
Vanitas is I liked him. I also liked Xehanort because I very much so like the methodical kind of like very intelligent but also very dangerous evil villain archetype if you watch the Disney tier list. And Xehanort fits he checks all those boxes. He's smug, he has a little charisma to him. Like, you see him and you're just like, oh my god, I just want him to die. Oh man, but he's so smart.
You know what his best trait is?
What?
He's
Being
voiced
old?
by Leonard Nimoy. He is voiced by
literally
Leonard
the perfect
Nimoy.
voice for him.
It's so perfect. The scream I screamed when I saw Leonard Nimoy's name in the credits. Like, how did they afford Leonard Nimoy?
Disney
I
money,
get
baby.
that Kingdom Hearts is popular and that they get Disney money, but it's like Leonard fucking Nimoy. How, like, that's not just a money thing. That's money and connections.
They got him. They're Disney, the biggest connection you could ever need.
I guess so. I guess the fuck so. But my god, the scream I screamed when I realized it was Leonard Nimoy. The scream I screamed.
And he does very well for Xehanort. Xehanort is very methodical.
Oh,
Of
course he does.
He's a villain. He literally plans things decades in advance.
He was playing the long game.
He has backups on backups. After his plan failed on this one, he was like, you know what? That's fine. You know, I have a backup. Like, I already know what I'm doing. He never looked. The only time he looked stressed wasn't even in his own body. It was in Terra's body. That's the only time he looked. Yeah, basically Isaac. That was the only time he looked any amount of stressed, was when the lingering will, something that he literally could not have ever predicted happening. The literal armor coming up to fight him. And he's like, oh no, because he was winning. He literally won. Like, he thought out everything. It was literally over. He basically got Ericus killed, essentially. Also, let's talk about Ericus for a second. Ericus might have been the dumbest. Okay, I don't know if he was the dumbest, but he had the most random character shift that I 100% do not agree with, and I think that kind of ruined his character, to be honest.
It 100% ruined his character. They had this awesome like tutor figure that they could have done so much with, and they just kind of threw him in the trash.
It literally in one cutscene. It was literally in one cutscene in a boss battle. They said, "I'm going to kill you, Ventus," and Terra was like, "Wait, no, chill." And he said, "No, I have to." And Terra was like, "What are you talking about?" And so then Eric, Terra had to put the hands on him,
Yeah. So what do we want to score for characters? I think this game has some great characters. I also think it has some garbage characters, one of whom is unfortunately one of the central characters in the game. And also, it shouldn't be glossed over that our three main characters have zero chemistry. So I'm feeling an 8 or a 9.
All right, so this is at a 12.5.
Yeah, I'm feeling an 8 or a 9.
8 or 9. What about
There's some
7.5?
I'd be willing to go 7.5.
And the only reason why I say 0.5 is because, like, it's literally because of Ericus. Like, Ericus's moment, like, I was like, oh my god,
It's
so
garbage.
bad.
It's garbage. No need to mince words. It sucks.
It's so bad. I was just so angry. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Anyway, level designs. Yeah, level designs were pretty good. It is 100% a smaller game, but the levels that they add in this game were pretty good, honestly, for the most part.
No, actually, the selection of worlds and the level design is actually really fucking good. It's actually really fucking good. And you know, the mark of a really good Kingdom Hearts game is that it's not just the Kingdom Hearts original worlds that are good. Like, you know, we'd more or less expect the Keyblade Graveyard, for example, to be really cool. The Radiant Garden, of course it's cool. You know, the Land of Departure, of course it's cool. But it's also the Disney worlds they do a really good job with. And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that they chose a completely different set.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like, I mean, okay,
except
the
the
Olympus Coliseum. Yeah, okay, the Olympus Coliseum is still there. But aside from the Olympus Coliseum, you know, by this point in the series, we've become very used to seeing the same games, like the same worlds. Like, okay, we always get Nagraba. We always get we always get Nagraba. We always get a Halloween Town. You know, stuff like that. But
I guess there is
game,
technically 2 reused worlds, or like properties.
Well,
The other one was Peter Pan.
yeah, but it was Neverland. It wasn't Monstro. So
It wasn't
right?
Monstro.
Wait, was it? Am
No,
I
okay,
misremembering?
So in Kingdom Hearts 1, they were on the ship, but in Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2, on the Peter Pan world, it was more like Neverland, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no, I thought BBS was Neverland. Am I mixing it up? I'm gonna Google it right
Whichever
now.
whichever one where they're actually on land. Is that Neverland when they're actually on land?
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
looking at it right now. Yeah, they are on land.
Yeah.
In BBS, yeah. So honestly, like, I wouldn't even count the Peter Pan one as a recycled one because it's like the Olympus Coliseum in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's the same IP, but completely different area.
Well, I believe in 358 Days they were in Neverland as well.
Were they?
I believe so. Let's see.
Let me check. Oh no, they were ever so briefly. I'm sorry. It looked so crunchy. I completely forgot.
Yeah, it was kind of random that they were there, but yeah.
So crunchy. I completely forgot. Oh my god. Looking at screenshot. Oh yeah, god, these visuals are rough.
Oh, yes.
Whew. Okay, so Neverland, all right, they reused it, but aside from those two, everything else is completely new. There was a Cinderella world. There was a Sleeping Beauty world. There
Lilo
was a
and Stitch
Snow White
world.
There was a Lilo and Stitch world.
Or I guess more accurately, just a Stitch world. Whatever, because Lilo's not in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my point still stands though. Like, it was the Disney worlds were really cool, and I think a large part of that was that they just chose different IPs and they stopped relying on the old reliables, which by this point in the series we're kind of getting we're exhausted with Agrabah. We're exhausted with Halloween Town, you know.
And we never want to see Alice in Wonderland again.
And Atlantica. Oh my god.
No, we need Atlantica. Atlantica's cool.
No, we don't. I am so glad we did not have to deal with another Atlantica, but I digress.
People just be hating.
Point is, the worlds in this game were very cool.
Yep.
I love it, and quite frankly, I'm willing to give it the full 12.5 points.
Ooh, the full 12.5. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Do you have anything you want to add to what I said about it? Or?
I mean, so I like the levels for the reason that you mentioned before. Like they were all different. That was a breath of fresh air. I 100% liked it. I did mention earlier that it was a little bit Monstro's Pinocchio. Anyways, not sure if that affects Duplicate World. No, it does, because Monstro wasn't in here. But what was I about to say? Yeah, the worlds were kind of small a little bit, but that's because it was on the PSP. But I don't think that really took away from the game at all, because there were lots of interesting things. And you know, now that I think about it, even though the world was kind of, even like the areas and like the worlds were kind of small, there were a good handful of areas to go to just in general while you were there. So you know, that kind of makes up for it in that sense. What Let's see. Let's see, do I have anything to say about any of the particular? I don't know if I really like Disney Town all that much because I think all he did was like, oh no, never mind. You actually did a whole lot in Disney. Wait, no. Or is that Dream Drop Distance? Or is that
The
BBS?
fair share. They accomplished their fair share in the Disney worlds. I remember quite a bit getting done in the what was it? The Sleeping Beauty world?
Sleeping Beauty is the one where Tara was trying to like delete her in her sleep or something, right?
Something like that, because that's where we see Maleficent starting to fuck around with like, oh,
Yeah.
Keyblade
Yeah.
Masters, you say? So it makes sense why the Sleeping Beauty world would be a little elevated, because Maleficent would actually go on to fuck around in the rest of the series,
But yeah, I'm down to give it a full 12.5. I don't think I have a problem with that. I think the level design was great here.
yeah, level design was shockingly good.
All right, gameplay. So I have something to say about the gameplay. So this
Say it, Christopher.
Kingdom Hearts game has a lot of good things for it, but it has one very, I would consider, major thing that maybe I didn't like so much, and that was the floatiness of the combat. That's a little hard to explain, so let me try and explain. So
it is very floaty. It's very floaty.
Yeah.
Literally sometimes you just float.
like in Kingdom Hearts 1 and in Kingdom Hearts 2, and even in 358 Days Over 2 and Chain of Memories or whatever, whenever you're actually in the air and attacking, everything is a lot it's a lot smoother. Everything feels heavy. But in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, it's almost like it takes a while for you to actually like touch the ground. You have more aerial drift, and so it doesn't feel as good. It doesn't feel as tight when you're actually like attacking. Now obviously you can like get over that, but it doesn't feel the best. It's almost like you have no weight in whatever you do sometimes. But honestly, they made up for that a bit, or maybe a good bit, with their magic system. Their was it called magic, or was it called something? I think it was called magic. So their magic or whatever system where you can like combine magic and make new and better magic, and the way you actually like can learn the different combinations is actually super duper sick. You can make a freaking meteor. There's like a blizzard thing. I was like, wait, this is sick. Like, oh my god, this is so cool. You can cheese the whole game with just mines if you want. Like, there was a lot of good stuff. The melding system, I think that's what it was called, was actually really, really cool and very engaging. I like that a lot, like a lot. Let's see, what else? I think that's like the main things in terms of gameplay for me. So while I did get over the floatiness, I guess, I did like the magic system that they did have this game. And I will say one other thing, it felt a bit stiff, and I'm guessing that's because it was a PSP game. So that's what I got on that.
Yeah, really kind of sums up my thoughts. It's a bit floaty, but by the end of the game, I was definitely used to it. It introduced a lot of great mechanics into the series, though. I think really the only other thing that I would ding it on is that this is kind of where we start seeing the series like they tried something completely different with the combat in Chain of Memories, and it didn't work. By and large, people didn't like it.
Yep.
This is the game where they first started going, okay, well, let's take our bare bones combat and let's just keep adding more like systems and menus to that. Let's just find new ways to make it more complicated. And it's not super weird and complicated yet in Birth by Sleep, but this is definitely building the foundation for the later games like Dream Drop Distance and Kingdom Hearts 3 to be the way they are. So I'd be willing to give it I don't know, 15-ish.
15-ish. It was pretty floaty, so it didn't feel that great. Yeah. I'd say a 15. I think that's a completely fair score.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not fantastic.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. Story. Woo! boy. Oh boy.
Okay,
All
so
right.
this story has a lot of things that are really cool, and a lot of things that are fucking garbage. I'm gonna go on a limb and say there is no Kingdom Hearts story that is more hot and cold than that of BBS. It simultaneously has so many great moments and so many that are just like, who wrote this? Why did you feel the need to do this? Who let Nomura do this?
Yes, that's exactly it. So I will give a quick synopsis of the story. So story is about Terra, Aqua, and Ventus. They're three friends. They're training under Master Ericus. Terra and Aqua are fighting in for their mark of mastery. Terra uses a little bit of darkness. Ericus says he's not ready. Xehanort says, hey, you know what? Darkness is good. And Terra was like, oh, really? All right, cool. Let me go ahead and go fight. Oh, and then Ericus says, hey, can you go fight the unversed that are out there? And Terra was like, okay. And he's like, I can do this. I can redeem myself. And as going through and then he leaves. And while that's happening, Ventus runs into Vanitas, and Vanitas says, Terra doesn't need you anymore. And Roxas, Ventus was like, that's not true. And then he was like, Terra, what's up? He's like, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta do some stuff. You stay here. And then Ventus said, oh, no, I'm going too. Bye. Aqua, she became a master. Ericus literally didn't give two freaks about Ventus. He probably didn't even know he was gone. And said, hey, can you watch over Terra? And Aqua's like, okay, I guess. And then she left. And that's how they started their journey. Terra was doing a whole bunch of bad things. He was helping the bad side pretty much the entire time. Ventus, I don't really know what he was doing. He was just there. He was kind of lost, just trying to find Terra, to be honest.
Ventus was chilling, and then he went to hang out in Sora's heart for a while.
Yeah, basically. Aqua, she was just seeing all the aftermath of Terra stuff. She was like, all right, well, let me go ahead and clean this up, I guess.
Only competent one. What I say earlier.
They eventually all meet up in Hollow Bastion, and she's like, yeah, I've been following you, and I've seen the things you've done, and like, man, it's kind of rough. And he's like, bro, what are you talking about? I don't have to stand for this, and I'm leaving. And she's like, no. And then Ventus gets mad at Aqua. He's like, Aqua, why are you like this? And then he leaves to go after Terra. She's like, Ventus. And she's just sitting there like, what's going on? And he chased after both of them. And you're just like, what's going on? They couldn't have a conversation right there. That's literally all they did. Like, what's going on? Then we get some cool stuff. Like, we know the reason why what's his face, the gun guy, Organization 13, Braig, Zigbar. Zigbar got a scar because Terra hit him with some darkness. The whole time Xehanort is just making Terra feel like he needs to use the darkness and all that good stuff. Then
gaslight, gatekeep, girl bossing.
Yeah, literally. So then he gets to the end of the world. Ventus runs into Vanitas some more, and finds Terra at the. No, I almost forgot. Ventus almost gets killed by Ericus because Ericus is actually just a bad person and is like, I'm going to kill this little child because that's what Xehanort wants. And Terra said no, killed Ericus, then went to the Keyblade graveyard, then so did Ventus, and then Aqua said, oh, what's going on? And then she went to the Keyblade graveyard. They fight a big battle there. Terra loses to Xehanort, loses his body, because he's actually garbage. But in order to not actually lose everything, the literal armor itself becomes alive and beats him. Cool. Ventus fights Vanitas. He wins the battle, but at the cost of his own heart. It became fragmented. The Keyblade was lost. Oh yeah, there's a Keyblade. That's two Keyblades put together. It looks very dumb, to be honest.
It's called the Keyblade.
Yes. And it looks very dumb. And then Aqua, she's like, oh, hey, I have to save my homies. And she fights Terra Nort. She wins.
And then Mickey kicks her in the shins and leaves her for dead.
No. Then Terra was falling into the darkness. Aqua saved him, and then she fell into the darkness. And then Mickey found out about her.
Left her for dead.
No, that's not even what happened. Mickey found out. It was like, oh, she's in the darkness. He went and found her, and then they got into some trouble. Okay, this is all later on, but it found,
And then
I'm
kick her in
not
the
gonna get
shins
stuck
and
on. I'm not gonna get
electrocute
stuck on this. I'm not gonna get stun locked. Yeah, and so yeah, everybody's sad. Aqua took Ventus to the Castle Oblivion. He's done for. Terranort becomes a very profound scientist, trying to search the keys to the heart, and eventually that's how they make Xemnas. Oh god, because I guess he turned himself into a Heartless. Oh my god, it's turned. Oh, okay, yeah. And then Aquas has lost the darkness, so it was very, very sad.
One other thing that's worth pointing out about this story is that they also at one point visit Destiny Islands.
Oh yeah,
and
that's actually important.
They meet the future protagonists, and this is where Sora and Riku's future officially gets fucked up, because Riku was actually supposed to be the chosen one. But there's this very creepy moment where Terra is like, "Do you want to touch my Keyblade?" to a like grade school age Riku, and he's like, "Sure."
He's literally
stranger. 5. And Riku's future is doomed forever.
Yep, it is literally doomed forever at that point. Oh, also
Yep.
something else to mention.
And
Ventus,
Kyrie is from what is it, Radiant Garden, and she just kind of gets dropped off at Destiny Islands just because.
So I believe the in-universe, the actual lore of why Kyrie can use the Keyblade is because she touched Aqua's Keyblade, and they did the ceremony of like passing or something like that or whatever, and so that's why Kyrie can use the Keyblade apparently. Fun fact. When she was cowering behind Aqua.
Which is bullshit, but whatever. Everybody can use a Keyblade now. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, true. Sora can use it because
can use a Keyblade. Who gives a shit?
Sora can use a Keyblade or whatever, because Ventus's heart went inside of Sora's to recuperate.
Aqua hid his heart there because she was looking for somewhere to hide it, and she was like, well, I met this fucking child on Destiny Island who seemed like he had a lot of light. I think I may as well throw his future into the gutter and bring him into this literal war. So
actually, I think Sora always had some of Ventus's heart or whatever, maybe when he landed or whatever from
Axel has a Keyblade. Yeah, Axel gets a Keyblade. Axel gets a Keyblade later in the series. In Kingdom Hearts 3, he's a full-blown Keyblade master, basically.
Yep. Not good, but he is one.
He's not a good one. Chakrams are definitely his forte. But he has it. He can summon it, he can use it, and he fights with it. It's horrible. It's terrible.
So what I want to say about this story is this story literally would never happen if Aqua and Terra just talked even a little bit. Like it doesn't even actually matter if Ventus like talked at all, because all he was doing is following Terra. So he's irrelevant essentially.
Yeah, Ventus would have just gone along with whatever Terra was doing.
Yeah, like he literally, if they just literally talked for any amount of time, this would have been solved. But because Terra is such a hard head, and because Aqua is such a mother figure character, you know, always Miss Righty, Miss Goody Two Shoes or whatever, you know, they couldn't get it together, and that's why all of this happened the way that it did, to be honest. So in terms of the story, it was very tragic.
It was very tragic, especially for Kingdom Hearts. You don't usually see Kingdom Hearts lean in this hard to being sad.
I don't know. 358 Days was pretty sad.
That's fair. But you know, usually they will save it for the ending of their games. They won't make the whole thing really sad. But this one was just really depressing throughout.
Kind of was. It actually kind of was. So if I had to give the story something with all the bad and all of the, well, have I said any of the good? So I guess some of the good would be, dang, what was good about this story?
I like how it set everything else up. I like Vanitas. Damn, that's a deep question that I'm not ready to answer.
I guess what was good about the story was Xehanort himself.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I guess that's like
all
a
the
character thing?
setup. Yeah, all the setup for the later games, quite frankly. It was, you know, seeing Xehanort, you know, because you know all the fuckery he's about to get up to, of course, by the time this game came out. You know that this is a bad dude. And you know that something's gonna happen to Ventus that's gonna create Roxas. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess the best thing about the story is the setup, because we get to see like a lot of things that we can start piecing together a lot of things, and you know, seeing Sora, Kairi, and Riku is very good tie-in. Seeing how like the story will progress from there. It did. Now I will say it did very good and making me excited to see the rest of the story, because it was very intriguing, especially when it got to the very end. You're just like, oh man, like the ending was actually really good. It hooked me and it captured me.
Yeah, no, at the end of the game, I was so fucking ready. I was readier than ever for Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, if I had only known then what I know now about how long the wait would be.
Now what do I give the score off? I feel like I have to give it a kind of like a middling to lower score, like maybe like a 12 or 13, because while it made me intrigued for the rest of the story, most of the game I was more angry or I didn't care about what they were trying to do.
Thinking an 11 or 12.
Yeah,
go 12?
Yeah, I'll give it a 12 because it did make me hyped for the rest of the game. So I guess I can give it on. I guess I can bump it up to that on that merit. Yeah. All right, enjoyment / was it fun? Absolutely. This game was really fun. I had a really fun time playing this game, actually.
Oh no, I did too. Especially fresh off the heels of 358 over 2. This was such a much needed breath of fresh air. This was such a much needed breath of fresh air. Honestly, I'm willing to give it a very high score for enjoyment. 15, 16.
Let's see. I really enjoyed I guess the culmination of Kingdom Hearts in this game, if that makes any sense. Like,
no, I get you.
I love this is such a Kingdom Hearts game. These are brand new characters that breathe a lot of fresh air into the series with all the new worlds. We get to see different perspectives. We get to see a deeper story, like starting to be fleshed out now with this game. This is like the halfway point, essentially. Halfway point is really funny because this is like the first game, I guess, in the series, technically.
Chronologically, this is the earliest game in the timeline. This is like a decade before.
I guess technically that's not true, right? Because Unchained Key is like hundreds of years before. But whatever. We're not gonna talk about that one though. We're not gonna talk about that right now.
Anyway, yeah, I'm willing to give it a high score on the enjoyment factor because it was a lot of fun. Breathed a lot of fresh life into the series. It was very refreshing. I think that's the best way I can sum it up. It was very refreshing.
It was very refreshing, and I cannot emphasize enough how much the melding system made the game more fun, because I felt like I could attack in many different ways, and I don't know, it changed the game for me, to be honest. So I'm thinking for enjoyment and fun, we want to give this game like an 18, to be honest.
I'm fine with an 18. I don't think I'd go any higher than that, but I'm fine with an 18.
Yeah. Convolutedness.
Right. It's not convoluted, but it's definitely not as bad as 358 over 2. I'm thinking a -2.
A minus. So when I think about this game,
I say that almost entirely because of Vanitas and Ventus.
Vanitas and Ventus, they are intertwined
why
very
Vanitas
weird.
look like Sora? Why Ventus in Sora's heart? Why Aqua? Why didn't Mickey save Aqua? You know.
No, that's not part of this.
But it's definitely not as convoluted as 358 over 2, but it definitely does. It throws a lot of convolution into the water.
Well,
it definitely throws some convolution into the water, and the Vanitas stuff. I'm still not sure I understand why Vanitas looks like Sora. I'm still not sure I get that.
So Vanitas looks like Sora because
Goth Sora.
when because so Roxas had a little bit of Sora's heart in him. What I think, like way at the beginning of the game where Roxas is like lifeless or whatever, he had a little bit of Sora's heart in him, but Roxas is like pure light because when Xehanort was removing all of the darkness from him, it was, I guess, more all of Sora's essence, and so that just left Ventus by himself. And I think Ventus is like pure light because of his origins in the early days or whatever, being part of the Dandelions or whatever.
Hearing a lot of I thinks. I'm hearing a lot of I thinks.
And it is some. So when I say I think, it's because like some of that might be like a little fuzzy, but that's like the general idea. Like Xehanort took darkness, but the darkness was like also Sora's heart, so that's why it looks like Sora.
Yeah, is like 8 years old right now.
Well, Sora was actually not born.
Sora doesn't even look like Vanitas yet. In fact, really, if anything, Sora looks like Vanitas.
Kind of true.
It's
kind of true. Kind of true, actually.
Bullshit. Yeah, I think we should go -2.
But that's just like one story, right? It's just like the Roxas Ventus connection. Like, I feel like it'd probably be like a 1.5.
All right, you know what? Fine, I'll accept 1.5, but I'm not accepting nothing.
Oh no, it's definitely something like. I would never say nothing.
it definitely muddied up the timeline a bit.
In more ways than one later on.
Oh
okay.
God.
So
what are we at?
We have our scores.
Did pretty solidly.
Yeah, it did. So let's see, 12.5 plus 7.5. Let's see, that's gonna be.
I'll trust you to do the math.
Yup, and then we have, let's see, 12 plus 18, that's gonna be 30 plus 15 is 45. So let's see, 40. So 15 plus 45 is 60. Plus 20 is 80. All right, so this game got an 80. That's pretty solid.
Really solid. That's like what? B?
Yes, that would be B. A very B tier. B for Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, B for Birth by Sleep.
And those were our 2 games today. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised by 358. I felt like it would be at least C tier because I don't see it in the same realm as Chain of Memories, to be honest.
No, I did too, to be honest. I did too. That convoluted
that modifier,
thing,
baby.
That modifier really changes the game. That modifier really changes the game. But it is the way it is.
It is what it is. You know what? That's okay.
It is what it is.
Next week, we're gonna be tackling some.
No, we're not.
We're gonna be tackling some games.
No, we won't. It's Halloween next week.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Next week, we are not doing the tier list. It's Halloween, and we have other plans on stream. We're gonna be playing Until Dawn again. That'll be fun. So yeah, no Kingdom Hearts tier list next week. We're gonna bring it up the week after, and that's gonna be a fun one. Isn't that right, Kennedy?
Oh my God, this is the one I have been dreading / looking forward to. I have a lot to say about Recoded, which is to say, I think it is the biggest piece of garbage they could have possibly. It is an insult. It is an insult to the player base, and I'm not even being that hyperbolic when I say that. I hate that game so much, and I hate that I bought it at full retail price.
That is some harsh words, but I guess we'll get to that truly fully in about 2 weeks. So thank you, Kennedy. Thank you so much for being on again. Doing the tier list is so much fun. I enjoy every single time, and I'm excited and to talk about the next game.
Excited is definitely a word you could use, but yes, thank you for having me on.
Of course, and I will talk with you later.
See you later.
Boop. All right. All right, guys. And that's it for the night. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Shout outs to Caleb for being the MVP of the chat with slight accompaniment by Sydney. I appreciate you guys. You guys are wild. Next Monday we're gonna be doing Until Dawn. So you guys are gonna be the vehicle that drives us through the game. It's gonna be super duper fun. I don't know. I just think it's gonna be a fun time. I had nothing to say. It's okay, Adam. You can say something next time. I would participate, but I need to mute you and Kennedy wears headphones. Just go to another room next time so you can hear me and talk. Yeah. I know nothing about. Oh wait, I thought you played all the games. How, Adam? I thought you played all the Kingdom Hearts games. Maybe you didn't. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Only the main. Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. I'll have nothing to say for the rest. Well, I have like nothing. I also have like very little for the Recoded, but I do have a lot for 3.5 for Dream Drop Distance. Also haven't played, so I'm a little stale in the chat, but I know Disney meeting, and you know what? That's okay. That is perfectly fine. I was not trying to say anything about you. I was just commenting on, you know, how much, you know, Caleb was commenting, but that's fine. But anyway, thank you all for showing up, and I will see you guys all tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST for some Celeste. So that'll be super duper hype. Yeah. Later, guys. Good night.